What's up, everybody? My name's Anthony Galavis. Once again, back at you, talking Raiders. Um, it's not really much news going on today, Raiderland. But 2 weeks from tonight, the NFL draft will be here. Um, all of you excited about that? 2 weeks from now, you'll see what the Raiders will do. Uh, are they going to trade up? Are they going to stay pat or move down? What's your call? Uh, you know, I just happened to glance at Twitter, well, X, formerly known as Twitter, and I came across a post by a fan that just posted something by the name of at Raiders AQ. Smart dude who put together a list since 2017 of who the Raiders drafted. Let's run that. Let's talk those names real quick. 2017, Gary and Conley. 2018, Colton Miller. 2019, Cleve Farrell, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Abram. 2020, Henry Ruggs, David Arnett. 2021, Alex Leatherwood. 2022, um, nothing there. 2023, Tyree Wilson. All right, so looking at those names, other than Colton Miller and Josh Jacobs, who's now with the Green Bay Packers, those are the two I agree with Raiders AQ that they had something going for them. I mean, Colton Miller still does. Jacobs, we'll see if he continues his success in Green Bay. I felt Henry Ruggs was on his way until that unfortunate, tragic crash that killed a woman and her dog. Um, Very sad, and it's also shocking that all that happened with the tragedy, and now Henry Ruggs is to be facing prison time. So terrible, but just looking at these names here, last year Tyree Wilson, um, beginning of the year, it was just a slow start for him, but he picked it up at the end. I think there's a lot of upside from Tyree heading to this year. Feel that the Raiders will take another leap on the defense. Think that that'll be their strong suit this year. But you also hope that the offense is also legit. And because, I mean, come on, let's be honest, Devontae Adams, you have to do something with the offense. Trey Tucker, speedster, uh, great hands. And of course, Jacoby Myers came up clutch many times last year for the Raiders. So, and what about Zamir White, running back? Um, so, I feel that the defense will be strong this year, but I think other than attacking a quarterback in the draft, it'll be merely more on defense, defensive side draft heavy on defense. Um, so, but look at these names, Cleve Farrell. I mean, who's like I- that wasn't the right pick. What was it? Fourth pick, go with Cleve Farrell. Um, yeah, it was. It's that was a reach. Let's be honest there. I think a lot of you Raider fans, Raider Nation, agree with that. That picking Farrell there uh, was a bit of a reach when there were other opportunities for the Raiders to hit a home run type draft with their selection. For instance, I want to throw out names there. Uh, Devin White went to Tampa Bay with the fifth pick. Josh Allen, who just got an extension with the Jaguars. The other guy that was picked behind Cleve Farrell. There's just no way you're going to get Nick Bosa because he went number 2 to the Niners. But and then the Bills at the ninth pick Ed Oliver. But yeah, Raiders should have gone with Devin White or even Josh Allen. But that's all done with, and there's nothing that you can do about it now other than do it right this time because in the draft, Tom Telesco has been known to do pretty good. So that's encouraging for the Raiders if he could do what he did for the Chargers. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in that one. Also, uh, looking at 2021. Um, I mean, 2021, the Raiders selected Alex Leatherwood. Um, there's nothing more said to say about that. I mean, he struggled. It was unfortunate. Just you know, the Raiders did away with him. He went to the Bears, and enough of that. Is just it never materialized for him with the Raiders and even with the Bears. So then 2022, going through the list here. I mean, there was just nothing there for the Raiders in their first round. No picks. Uh, but going back to 2020 though, Henry Ruggs obviously was picked, earlier side of the draft. But then the one I did not understand was this: David Arnett. The Raiders had a chance to select Jalen Johnson. Think about that. Jalen Johnson could have been the pick instead of David Arnett. Even Jalen Johnson said that the Raiders going to select him. Jalen Johnson, who's turning into a phenomenal cornerback for the Chicago Bears, could have went with the Raiders. I don't know how many of you remember that. Um, I just felt that's another reach. David Arnett, come on. You had Jalen Johnson. What's wrong with you? John Gruden had a chance to go with Jalen Johnson. Even Mike Mayock had a chance to go with Jalen Johnson. What the heck? I've known Jalen Johnson for a while back here in the Fresno area. Great athlete, great player, great football player. Played at Central High School in Fresno. Then went to University of Utah. And then was selected by the Bears instead of the Raiders. So that was a big time whiff by the Raiders. And David Arnett's no longer in the league. So this draft, though, the Raiders need to hit it all. I mean, I'm talking about the first round. That's the most important part of this draft. Raiders need to do well in the first round. They need a consensus, agreeable type player that everybody's gonna embrace. Raider fans want a franchise quarterback. Well, again, as I mentioned in my other podcast, they got to move up for that. I am not sold on Michael Penix Jr. whatsoever. Um, Maybe I'm in the minority when I say that, but I just think that if the Raiders want a franchise quarterback, they need to do anything they can to move up and get their guy. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I know a lot of Raider fans going to be on pins and needles that night when the draft happens, the first round. What are the Raiders going to do? Is anybody guess at this point? So, anyways, can we keep this short? 9 minutes, 23 seconds and counting. Just love talking Raiders with you guys. I know you guys want the best for the Raiders. You guys want to see them to succeed and see them in the playoffs. But in order for them to do that, they got to get a quarterback. Now, again, Aiden O'Connell showed flashes. He impressed me. First, no, but as rookie quarterback, it's going to happen. Minus CJ Stroud. Look what he did for the Texans. But Aiden O'Connell showed some flashes, but at the same time, You just don't know, especially in the second year. So, and then Gardner Minshew, as I mentioned, he's shown that he's able to do what he can and even send his team to the playoffs. But the Raiders need to focus on a quarterback in the earlier round, first round. So we'll see what happens. Again, my name is Anthony Galavis. Talking Raiders with you guys. Have a great day.